Well, the Modi government promised a defence cleanup and it seems to be acting on another case, a file that's now been reopened from the UPA. It's Fincantieri after Fin Mechanica, a two-tanker deal in the Indian Navy. We understand from our sources in the Ministry of Defence is under the scanner once again.
Well, we would like the Defence Minister to make a statement. He should be doing his job correctly. You don't need whistleblowers when Mr. Modi and Mr. Parikar are around. If there is something which they need to look into, we have always maintained that they should investigate rather than by deception and by design through selective leakage, which I said earlier, create a smoke screen to mislead the people and also to tarnish the image or question the actions or decisions which have been taken in the past by the previous governments.
We also spoke to Vice Admiral Shekhar Sinha, who also, was a part of the board of inquiry into the two-tanker deal. In fact, he spoke about the crack on one of the vessels, INS Deepak. Shekhar Sinha spoke to Times Now this evening. Here's what he told us.
Specific questions: were specifications lowered as alleged from, say, military specification to civilian in this?
Honestly speaking, I got to see this tanker only when she was operational. So I wouldn't know what has happened prior to 2013-14. Okay. So all I can tell you is that when we sent the tanker to accompany Vikramaditya, INS Vikramaditya, for her maiden passage from Russia to India, she was in company. And once she crossed Atlantic, she, had a little problem. The sea got very rough, and she was finding it a little difficult for the, for sea keeping. And then the captain reported that, there's a vertical sort of crack developing on the hull, on both sides of the hull. So, we got a little alarmed, and we asked him to keep a watch and let us know every 4 hours as to how big is the crack. And at one point in time, when the crack started developing and he was telling this size, and I could make out that the commanding officer is getting a little worried, we thought if we keep her at sea for longer, then the sea-keeping ability and the safety of the ship might get jeopardized. So we requested Naval Headquarters, and we sort of got her into Lisbon port in Portugal for repairs. So the repairs were carried out by the manufacturers, the builders of the ship, the Fincantieri. They flew down their team, which is not very far from Portugal in any case. And the ship came back after the sea became a little quiet. But during the investigation, what we could gather is that yes, apparently the RFP was for a different grade of steel, but the contract was signed for a grade of steel which is lower because it has less elasticity than the higher grade steel, and that could explain possibly the warships are not supposed to. After all, these are all battleships. So we headquarters of Central Command did make a letter to the Naval Headquarters that this should be examined as to why it was lowered, if at all it was lowered.
So in 2013, when the cracks were discovered, there was a board of inquiry that was ordered.
That's correct.
Were these findings part of the BOI?
I would obviously it must be. Otherwise, we don't get to know as to how do we get to these any investigations in the board of inquiry. So that is there. So it is obviously part of the investigation which revealed this.
That there has been no inquiry ordered, nothing has been sought from the Navy as I stand here and talk to you. It is the incident did happen when the ships were coming back with Vikramaditya. There was another stealth frigate which were coming back all the way from Russia, and in Arctic Sea, because of the bad sea conditions, weather conditions, heavy weather, stormy weather, we did find that there were two cracks in the superstructure of the ship, on the superstructure, and not, mind you, not more than 4 inches. And we immediately reported the problem, and the OEMs came to Lisbon and attended to the problem and sorted it out, and thereafter the ships have been extensively deployed for all the fleet exercises, for all the overseas deployment, and as we talk they are in the Persian Gulf. One is in the Persian Gulf and another one is being deputed for she will be also doing Malabar of Japan and then goes to Russia for Indra. So you can see that the quality of the ships and the job which they are supposed to do is absolutely they are delivering it.